It has been a crazy weekend in the NFL for opening weekend. We've seen the Chiefs fall. We've seen the Bengals look pretty terrible against the Browns. Today is Monday, and it is game day for the Bills versus Jets, September 11th, 2023. And we're going to break down what we think is going to happen in the game tonight. So hit that like button, and let's just jump right in. Just two fans here talking Jets. Jim, what do you think is going to happen at the Bills game September 11th? I mean, it's going to be a crazy night in New York, I think.
Yeah. I think we're going to find a way to win somehow. I don't know what the game plan is going to be, honestly, as we were just talking beforehand a little bit. I don't know if they're going to focus more on the run. I feel like they might, just to get things going, but you also haven't seen Breece Hall or Dalvin Cook touch the ball since last season, or Dalvin Cook play in a Jets offense. The offense is new.
Yeah. A
lot of new pieces. The offensive line is probably the only thing that's similar to last year's offense, besides Garrett Wilson, obviously.
Who I'm super, super excited that I have as a keeper on my fantasy team.
I have him in my other league, so I'm good too. So yeah, I think we'll win somehow, some way.
What's your score? What's your score?
31-27. We beat them with Zach Wilson last year at home. I'm almost positive we beat them at home the year before with Zach Wilson.
Yeah, we did. We split last year. So let me give you some statistics. This is last year Josh Allen, and arguably our defense is better. Last year in 2 games against the Jets, Josh Allen had a 64.4 QB rating with 352 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 interceptions, and 3 rushing touchdowns. And he was sacked, I think, 8 times.
In 2 games combined.
In 2 games.
Mostly bad against us throughout his career.
That was the lowest QBR he had against any team last year, was against the Jets.
And I feel like we have, a better defense. Maybe the safeties are a question mark for me, but a year more for those corners in that defense. Mosley's just Mosley. The D-line depth is insane to me.
Yeah, we've added McDonald. Carl Lawson is maybe getting right. I don't know if he'll be on a snap count this first week or not. I think the defense itself is primed and ready. Any of the losses we had, things like Pinnock being gone, some of that's a surprise, but I think that our team defensively will be the same, if not better. I don't want to put too high of expectations on the defense because they're pretty high. So you add then into the fact that in 2 games, Stephon Diggs had he had 65 yards per game and no touchdowns.
Right.
And so, I think we can shut them down. The question will come.
Gabe Davis, in my opinion.
Yeah. Who's not being guarded by Sauce Gardner, right? I think it's Gabe Davis. I think it will be coming down to, can we keep Josh Allen off the field? I'm not saying that we can't, but for me, that's my concern. And
contained.
Yeah, not just rush. We can rush the passer, but if he breaks contain, you're right. We could be run on. For me, actually, I think this is going to be a harder game than I want it to be. All the hype, I'm excited. This is the most excited I've been for a Jets season, I think, ever. I think going into the season, it just has to. Yeah.
We have arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, and no matter how much people want to talk bad about him or his last season, he previous 2 seasons won MVPs, and all of a sudden he's too old to play, and his career
he has more in the tank than Tom Brady at the end of his career and Peyton Manning at the end of their career, and both of them went to new teams and won Super Bowls.
And I think he's going to make our offensive line look better than it is.
Well, I think our offensive line is the big question mark for me. Yeah. If we're healthy, I think we're good.
Yeah, that's the important thing, right? The depth at the offensive line's a bit, to me, besides Max Mitchell and who had a lot of experience last year as a rookie.
I mean,
Right.
our starters though, like
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
put our
With
starters up against
Brown,
almost anyone. Yeah,
Tomlinson,
yeah.
McGovern, AVT, and Becton. Healthy Becton is going to be huge. It looks like he's healthier than ever. I mean, we've been saying the same thing, I guess, for the last couple of years, or
But
last offseason
healthy,
before I got hurt again. But
and I think that the Rodgers effect takes
mhm,
root when we see him take a pay cut, when we see the way he's engaging everyone, and he's really bringing together the level of focus of a team. It makes someone like a Mekhi Becton go, okay, yeah, I'll play right tackle. Because in the past, last year it was, I don't want to play right tackle. My knee is healing up, and I don't want to have to plant and move off of that knee going that direction.
right.
But I think once you see a quarterback in the room, and then you're seeing the improvement of Zach Wilson, like we all kind of hoped and speculated might happen, it kind of changes the attitude from, oh, I'll do whatever the team needs. And if the team needs me at right tackle, I'll do that.
I don't know. I think Rodgers alone improves the offer. Like, I think his decision making is going to be that much quicker, and like his pre-snap adjustments are like he knows what he's doing, right? I mean, I'm
Well,
not saying
you saw it
Wilson
already.
doesn't know how to play quarterback necessarily, but like he's one of the greatest of all time.
Well,
And
we saw
so,
it. We saw it in the Giants game, right? Like it was a
yeah,
called
yeah.
run. We come up to the line. He and Garrett Wilson already showing chemistry. Maybe it's just the number 17. I don't know if that's what does it, but yeah, maybe. And they just look over, and instead of running the run play, it's a quick slant right to Garrett Wilson, right? So
Yeah.
it's things like that that you can't quantify. How many plays like that happen in a season, in a game, and how many of these games? I think this game on Monday night is going to be a 3-point game. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as some might think. I think it's going to be in like the 17 to 20, 14
I
to
hope so.
17.
I miss those grindy days.
I think our defense is going to go. I think our offense is going to take a little bit of time to find itself. I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe get a touchdown early and then they react, because the Bills have a solid secondary.
I
So
don't think their defense is as good as people think.
sure, why do you think that? That's
I
true.
don't know. I just don't. I mean, we were able to beat them. I'm pretty sure we beat them Zach Wilson's rookie year at home, and we beat them last year at home with Zach Wilson again.
Yeah, we
Maybe you
won.
give that to the defense, a lot of that credit, but like we still scored points. And with Rodgers, I expect more points. If I'm being honest, I don't care if it's his first game. He's been in
Sure.
the league for 18 years or whatever it is now. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly optimistic, but I think we can score in the high 20s, low 30s against them, honestly. And the like you said, with the energy with the September 11th, it's at home. It's Rodgers' first game with the Jets. It's Monday Night Football. Like all of it, he loves it, and I think he's going to thrive in it. And I think we're going to beat them. Maybe not convincingly, but I think we're going to win.
I think the
I don't know.
history shows that I think it'll be tight. Before we
If it
hop
was
in,
in Buffalo, I wouldn't feel as good.
no, you're right. If it was at the Bills to start, I think I would give the win to the Bills.
Yeah.
Other than Aaron Rodgers, what is the thing you're most looking forward to Monday night? Other than Aaron Rodgers walking out on that field in a New York Jet uniform.
Being shut down by Sauce Gardner again. Josh Allen getting put down 3 or 4 times. Turning the ball over a couple times. I think he'll throw a pick, fumble the ball, something here or there.
Yeah.
Just the energy, like even though I won't be there.
I wish I could.
Turning the TV up to 1,000 and just listening to
Yep.
the JETS chants, and
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be crazy. I don't think the Bills are going to be able to handle it. And I think we're going to win.
Yeah. The number one thing I'm looking for, I agree with all of that. I want to see Breece Hall break a run. Like, I just want to see that.
Just
I'm not
in the open field.
I just want to see one.
How many
I
carries do
just
you
want
think
to
he
see
gets?
I think he gets 8 to 10 carries.
Okay.
And I think Dalvin Cook will get somewhere between 12 to 15.
Okay.
And I think Michael Carter will get maybe a handful of plays. Third down, or maybe they'll be in there together and he'll be in the slot.
I think
I'd like to see what
dual running back.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Stuff.
I agree. Well, so here's what my game plan would be is get a lead, run the ball. I mean, that would just be what I would let Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers, and then we take the life out of it. Every first down, every run, the energy, the line moving. Like, I would get to that, and then let your defense cook with a lead. I mean, that if we can have leads in games, we didn't have leads in games, and our defense was doing what it was. It's so much easier to play defense with a lead, especially as the game goes on longer and longer. And the Bills, I don't believe, have a running game that is really that formidable.
Yeah, we'll see. I like James Cook, to be honest, athletically, but can he be the guy? Is it a split backfield? Is he really going to be getting touches like like we saw with Detroit, Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yeah, that hurts you. You the Gibbs owners in the fantasy world. Yeah. So,
but I don't know. I like James White. Don't get me wrong. I think he's talented. I think he can hurt us. But will he? I still haven't seen enough from him to think that he's going to do much damage against one of the best defenses in the league on paper.
Yeah. Well, and I think that the hesitancy I have of getting my hopes up too high, again, just still comes back to more history than what this team has actually shown and what this team has done. The hype is real. I think they're a legit Super Bowl contender. I think they have the ability to beat everyone on our roster, even though our first 6 games are brutal.
Very tough. Yeah.
But I do think that this is a tone setter. So this game has been on the schedule. In the first one, we've schemed for it. I don't see a version of us that doesn't come out and at least look good in some way, but I still think the Bills always play us hard. We play the Bills hard. So I think it's going to be in that 21-17, 17-14, but it's going to be good. It's just going to be a lot of challenges. I think we're going to see a little bit of the age of Rodgers at a time or two, whether it be in his mobility or something along those lines. And I think we'll end up maybe pulling out a field goal win.